to bring the real definition of terrible. Terrible. I don't know if there is any word that is worse than that I can describe. Just imagine, we just imagine within 1 year, what Nigerians have been through. Now because it's going to keep getting worse. If we believe this is going to get better.
7 years. So, but if you, the obedient and this guy's alliance work, and you can't rescue us, maybe we can then probably compare, see if people it's that tough, right?
No, I believe they are going to.
Oh, the 2031.
I believe they are going to unseat him to 2027. I believe they are going to, because even the people in his cabinet is not even working for him. It looks like everybody is working against it. It looks like him himself. Him himself have given up. But since we are not seeing him, he don't come out to talk. We can't explain. When he come out to talk, like you can know someone that gives up or someone that is still in power. But he don't come out to talk. We don't see him. We only see that guy that just lies aloud, that light-skinned guy. He will come and lie, then go back home and sleep. That is all they do. Then you see Cardoso doing jabberish mathematics, telling us this and that.
I know.
You understand? The whole thing is just evil to but we don't see him. The guy will just behind the dash who tells you whatever they are cooking is not cooking with it. The thing is like the same way you pull.
No, whatever they're cooking, don't burn. Nobody say no, they cook. It don't burn now. To eat now, wahala. See, Baba.
Thank you. All right, thank you, boss. And thank you for the opportunity.
Okay. All right, thank you so much. Such an interesting guy, right? I like that. Now, whatever Tifnubu is cooking, it don't burn. And to those of you who want to remove or more, the way they are wasting people's life, no be here. Abi, was it not just like 9 years ago? I was riding my keke, my 25 pounds keke, on the streets of Glasgow, telling people at the time that by the time Boko Haram is done with them, some of you will look at your old picture and tears go fall for your eyes. You know, when you look at your picture like, I used to be very light-skinned. They say, what's happened? They say, Buhari happened. I was on my bicycle. Go and look for a job. This one is a jobless guy. They should deport this guy. This Mayego is a useless. My friend, why don't you go and look for something to do with your life? Leave Buhari alone. Buhari's life is better than all your family lives together. Who is more successful like Buhari in your family? Ashe, the future Olori Buruku are going to become Olushi. The future Olori Buruku cousin Olushi. By the time Boko Haram was done, Baba, 90% of those who were telling me to go look for a job, to go look after my life, want to do Olushi, those one will never die. Businesses died, jobs, people died. Nigeria economy. I am here now. 9 years ago, for example, you that is now watching me and you have something to say about my views about these criminals, you're asking God to do me something so that you can go and do Thanksgiving in your church. That you know that man, you know that young man that's always talking about APC. Something don't happen to him. You are waiting for something to happen to Mayegu. But 9 years ago, how old were you? Well, 9 years ago, I was 31 years old. 9 years ago, I didn't have 5 kids. I had 3. 9 years ago, I was 31. Now I'm 40. 9 years ago, how old were you? Now, that's how you are going to calculate what Nigeria has taken from you. For those of you who have managed to japa, I know some of you are still finding your level. You will find your level at the end of the day, but your story says 9 years ago, you probably had no plan of japa. 9 years ago. Today, you are now settling down. Baba, we are settling down. You found one reason or the other to japa. But here I am, Mayegun, telling you again that if you don't do something, the next 9 years, I'm going to be here. And I'm going to ask you again, where were you 9 years ago? Or then I will say, where were you 18 years ago? Your life is being wasted by these criminals. A lot of you think it is a competition. It is not. Hello there.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you, sir. How are you?
How are you, sir?
Very well, oh. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm all right. You're looking very bright today. That's good.
Thank you so much, oh, Baba.
Yeah.
Please. Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to to contribute to today's discussion. Well, it's quite unfortunate that Nigeria is where it is today. It didn't begin with Tinubu. No. To be sincere. No. What happened was that the people who brought Buhari to power in 2015. In 2015, especially from Southwest, the caliber of people who supported someone you could define as a functional illiterate. Actually, as at that time, tells me that Nigeria was heading to the precipice. Because when I look at the lives of professors in the university, captains of industry, people who are well exposed. Renowned pastors, because I was almost a victim of supporting Jonathan in my own local. I don't want to mention the church because what they did to me today is still a pay. But I thank God that at the end of it, God vindicated me.
At the end.
At the end, yeah, God vindicated me. You see, Tinubu regime is trying to eat his cake, eat cake and have it, which is not possible. No, it's not possible. It's not possible. You can't bring a man you know very well, a man you know very, very well that is very clannish. He's regionally biased. And after 30 years that he left office at the head of state, he has not gone for any cause as far as leadership is concerned, as far as managing economy is concerned. This is a man you knew very well that he has no capacity to even manage his cows, much less, you understand, a country of vibrant youth, a country of diverse, you understand? At that time, you cannot promote such a man to that office and expect Nigeria to be okay when you come in. No, you don't do that.
Look forward to him handing over to you. What do you think?
Yeah, you're not telling people that you want to start from where he stopped. No, you can't. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. Then you came to power. Instead of you to sit down and look at what the problem is and try to galvanize the best of the best that Nigeria can offer, you went on a political tokenism. You went and start bringing your boys and fixing them. People do say, okay, this man has Yorubanized Nigeria. I said, no.
No, he hasn't.
He hasn't. This guy picked his boys. If he wants to Yorubanize Nigeria, he knows the Yorubas that he can choose that will turn things around. No, what this guy did, he just went and picked his boys. First of all, who is Cardoso? Cardoso was a man who ran down 5 banks. He ran down 5 banks in Nigeria. Who is Bajabi Amila? Who is Bagudu? Who? Just look at. Let me give you a list of something that will surprise you, sir.
Why, sir?
Let me give you a list of something that will surprise you. You see, in 2006, Ribadu told the whole world that there are 5 most corrupt governors in the history of Nigeria. Number 1 on that list was Oji Kaluzo of Abia State. Number 2 on that list was Ahmed Bola Tinubu of Lagos State. Number 3 was Ahmed Sani Yerima of Zamfara State. Number 4 was George Akumen of Benue State and Chimaroko Namani of Enugu State. But today, listen to me, sir. Today, in 2024, Odius Okalu is a serving senator.
That's right.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the president of Nigeria.
That's right.
Sani Yerima is a senator.
That's right.
George Akume was a senator and now secretary to the government of the federation, appointed by Tinubu. Then Chimaroke is a senator. Then the person who told the whole world that these were the most corrupt governors in the history of Nigeria, you understand, is the chief security advisor to the president.
And is now the NSA.
How do you match manage this scenario? How are you going to match manage this scenario? And you say, sir, I'm not a prophet of doom. I'm not somebody who is pessimistic, but I'm a realist.
Yes, sir.
Anybody who climbs the altar in the church or in the mosque to say Nigeria is not going anywhere.
No.
Nigeria is not going anywhere.
No.
The day I knew Nigeria was not going anywhere was when this set of people ganged up against Jonathan. Notwithstanding, Jonathan was, I'm not saying Jonathan was all that good. But if you look at his governance, you look at indices, you match it with what was coming out from the World Bank.
Looking back, that guy actually has planned. There was corruption, okay?
Of course, there was corruption.
Enriching themselves, right?
Yes.
But there were actually real plans that were literally like things you could follow and trace and say, you failed here, you passed there. But right now, there is no plan, nothing.
Yeah, even the guy was fighting corruption in a very systematic manner that it was not even known to us. He was fighting that corruption. I remember of recent when I couldn't find my NI what they call it, name number in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I wanted to go and re-register, but somebody in my bank in Nigeria called me and said, no, your name has been linked to your bank account right from the day you registered, and Nigerians were not aware. It was actually my bank that gave me my name number.
Wow.
Because I had the company then, I have my thing. There's something they call thing.
Yeah.
That's identification number in Nigeria. So when you register a company, you go to this what they call it what do they call it now? This no, not CAC. This in charge of revenue. Federal Revenue, FRS. You go there, you register. The FRS will not generate a TIN number for you to be able to control all your transactions, so that you will be able to kind of defraud the government when it comes to paying tax and your VAT. So all these things were linked together into my account and to my BVN. You see,
the way you removed the subsidy at the time, explaining to people about this guy made an announcement the day he wanted to remove subsidy. That same day, they shared buses, mass transit buses to so many states. Mobilized money to. I remember.
Of course. What was Jonathan saying? One of the Jonathan sayings was that one, the UN program was not benefiting some certain section of the North because it was merit-based. It was merit-based. They felt that this guy is just empowering people from the South alone. No, it was merit-based. If you have an idea. It was actually coordinated by World Bank.
If you get
by World Bank and Oxford University. Yeah. Well, if you have any idea, they look at the idea, they evaluate the idea. If you are qualified for any loan, they give you that loan, and they gave you a mandate to say, we are giving this loan. We want you to create in the next 5 years. We want you to create at least 5 jobs, 50 jobs, 10 jobs, depending on the size of your company. But that's not where I'm going. I'm going to Tinubu. The reason why I'm going to Tinubu is this. You see. So the reason why I'm going to Tinubu is this. And I'm going to Tinubu linking to Southwest. You see. So I know you are from the Southwest.
Yes, sir.
You see, Southwest is a section of the Nigerian configuration, political calculation or configuration, that is so much blessed with. How do I qualify? How do I adjectify this blessing?
We are so blessed with so many things that other regions can only
Yeah, is it intellectualism? Is this administrative capacity? Is it exposure? You put all of these things together. Southwest actually has what it takes to pioneer a modern country in Africa that can compete with any country that has been existing for like 500 years in a short period of time. That capacity is there. That wherewithal is there. But this is where I'm a bit confused. I've looked at Southwest politics for the past 50 years in Nigeria. I discovered that Southwest has always been at that level where they play the second fiddle. Why?
Like comfortable to playing second fiddle.
Yes. When you have everything, when you can take the leadership to say, okay, we need a country. I was telling somebody of my Southwest, and I said, look, I'm not from the Southwest, but I grew up in the Southwest. I know the capacity that is available in the Southwest. I know the level of exposure. But I also know one thing, that to some extent, the Southwest is not very organized.
Because we are not being represented by the best of us.
Yeah, the Southwest is not very organized. But to me, I think it's not befitting for a people who have this capacity to settle for the least among them.
It is impossible. That's our dilemma right now. Like,
yes,
you see any Yoruba to say it, if Numbu is the best we have in Yoruba, how can we be so degraded?
Yeah, that's my concern, because I went to school here. I know the difference between when somebody from Southwest lectures you and somebody from this country lectures you. I see the difference. I grew up in the Southwest. I did my secondary school, my university in the Southwest. I know. See, when I tell you, sir, I know the level of capacity that is domiciled in the Southwest.
That's what they have rubbished now. We are now
being known as but for some people now. Yes. So they are changing the narrative to say, you understand, we're fine.
We are bigots. We are people who don't welcome people. We don't even know how to have conversation. Because all we know now is that just say, if you don't support Tinubu, leave Yoruba land. Like, how did we even get here?
That's my concern. That's my concern, because I know Southwest to have been for the very far to be a very neutral and a liberal society, right? But I don't know, all of a sudden, everything just changed up because of Tinubu. And I also asked somebody today, that's okay, if you so much believe in Tinubu, because for me, I don't believe Tinubu is a Yoruba man. I have my results.
A lot of us have our doubts now.
Yes, I have my doubt.
You know, is has managed to beat the system for so
yes,
long.
I have my doubt. But if Tinubu were actually a Yoruba man, he would have at least looked at the Yoruba people and say, where would my people be in the next 50 years?
Because he won't be president forever.
Yeah,
he will wreck this havoc, and Yoruba will still remain. Where are we going to be?
Yes. Today, it is practically impossible to trust an Igbo man with political power. Why? Because in 1956, a group of Nigerians, young Nigerians, agreed to say, okay, we want to change the narrative in our leadership and in our governance. But somebody from the Southeast, who was very stupid, didn't even talk to why it's okay. Yeah, he went and told these people to run away. And other people in other regions were killed. And you went and told them. So that is why today, it is very difficult to trust an Igbo man with power, just because of what one man did. And you can see how many generations have suffered, you understand, the action, the foolishness of one man. And I think Tinubu is also traveling on this trajectory. And if the Southwest people are not smart enough, Tinubu may box them into this corner.
You watch us.
And wherever you say Yoruba man, you want to say, oh, it's a Yoruba man. Do you understand?
No, we will never let that happen. I promise you.
Do you
One
understand?
of the reasons why I am kind of waking a lot of people's mind up right now is to first let them know that not me, but Tinubu has proved that he has no interest of any Yoruba attack. What else do you want to? So why would you let Yoruba be rubbished?
Yes,
because of this drug. It's not going to
because of this man. It doesn't. Because I remember in 2011 when Jonathan went to Ibadan to campaign, he said something that was very remarkable. I don't know why most people in Southwest and in Nigeria actually played it down. He told them in Ibadan, I can remember very clearly and vividly. He said, look, the Southwest is too educated and too important to Africa to be left in the hands of the Rastas.
He did say that.
He said, no, he said
they changed it. They said, oh, he called Yoruba Rascals. I said, no, come on.
So they changed it, but he was not saying Yoruba. He said, that Yoruba people, Yoruba as a people, that they were too important, too educated to be left in the hands of rascals. And people didn't pay attention to what he was saying.
Look at us today.
This is a man who is a president, and he has security report on his table every minute. So he knew what he was saying. And look at today, look at that prophecy today. Look at where Southwest is. Southwest is supposed to be a pioneer, the new Africa. Looking at all the available resources that God has endowed them with. Do you understand? Looking at the available resources do you want to talk about education? Do you want to talk about friendliness? Do you want to talk about how God has actually given them a geographical location that can attract any investment in the world? Do you want to talk about exposure? But I can't find the reason why these people, these people, do you understand? If you look at Sato today, the value Lagos has is MT Oluomo. That is the value.
Those are the role models for our young people now.
That is the value.
Young people
that is the value.
To become them.
You see, I read an article about 2 years ago where a former major was enumerating the downfall of Southwest. Do you understand how Southwest have moved from #1 in education to almost going to? It can't even pinpoint to where Southwest.
We are now between 20th and then going forward there, right?
Yeah.
If you want to destroy the people, destroy the education, and the rest will be done.
It's a very, as an Edoma that I am, it's a very painful thing to us. Do you understand that the people that people want to look up to? You understand? I don't know how I don't just know where God will open.
It is unraveling, and you know what you just did, right? You just got a lot of Yorubas that will see this video. You just gave them about 10 minutes time to think about themselves and think about their future. Because right now, they have to risk it all.
They have to actually, yes. Why are we making this mistake? Why can't we use the best of us? You understand? So that we can give our race an emblem of honor, of value. So let's talk about Obi and Obi trying to form alliance. Look, sir, the only thing that can save Nigeria, if Nigeria will ever be saved, is allied consensus.
Allied consensus is also needed, right?
It's not just needed.
That means there's going to be compromise here, compromise there, a little bend here, a little bend over here.
Yeah, until that consensus is right. Yes, until that consensus is achieved, whoever becomes president will not really do anything. Until the elite in Nigeria, you understand, who say, okay, now we have given up on our interest. You chart a new way forward,
and we will follow you.
Just look at countries. Are you talking about China? Are you talking about Indonesia? Are you talking about Vietnam? Are you talking about which other country? Malaysia. That was what they did. The elite in these countries who were very rich, very corrupt, sat down together and said, look, okay, you do what you want to do. Look at Brazil. Look at Brazil. So Nigeria with our population, with our very useful population, I don't think if the elite today decide to say, okay, we want a Nigeria that works for everybody. I don't think it's going to take us more than 5 years, you understand, to actually resystemize and begin to.
Okay. That sounds more hopeful. I mean, you have been so. I appreciate this.
Thank you, sir.
You didn't tell me your name.
Okay, my name is KS. I always call you from Lakasha. Yeah.
Yes, now I'm going to remember that. You have mesmerized all our listeners this morning, and you've given them the thought-provoking piece, including myself, welcome, right? So if any Yoruba is watching me right now, any Southwestern is watching me right now, now you see what we are losing. In case if you don't know that others are observing. If all of us are too blind,
we're observing from afar because
people are observing.
If the Yoruba decide to actually appropriate what God has given to them, it will benefit everybody.
Everybody. Thank you so much, man. You have a wonderful day.
You too, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
great. That's a wonderful one, and that's where we're going to draw the curtains at this afternoon. Thank you to every one of you. Coming up next is going to be the replay from last night. And to those who are just joining, you can watch this from the start again, or join me later this evening. Good afternoon.
ni Máyégún já wa sí.
Máyégún Diary na ibi number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún Diary na ibi number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí.
Máyégún Diary na ibi number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún Diary na ibi number one.
Máyégún Diary, diary politico.
Máyégún Diary na ibi number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún.
Máyégún Diary na ibi number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Máyégún Diary na ibi number one.
Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Máyégún Diary na ibi number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.